What's good YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Lars in Conditioning. You need to focus on strength in order to get maximum gains. Let's get right into it. Firstly, I'm not saying you need to do 1 to 3 repetition maximums, that those becomes too sport specific. Rather do sets of 3 to 5 reps. Now the reason for this because heavyweight stimulates type 2 muscle fibers the most, which is fast twitch muscle fibers, and they have the most potential for growth. So if all you do is 10 plus reps and then you're not giving your type 2 muscle fibers the right stimulus, as a result you're leaving gains on the table. The better you can recruit your muscles, the stronger you'll be, both in heavy sets and your lighter sets. After some time, when doing heavy loads, you'll find that your working weight with lighter sets will just fly up, especially in the first half of the set. Remember to share, like and subscribe. On top of that, a stronger muscle is also a bigger muscle in most cases. A stronger muscle will also have higher force production, which you can use for higher rep sets. Whereas training 10 to 12 reps all the time just won't give you a proper strength stimulus. So training this time won't carry over to heavy weights, whereas heavy weight training will have a carryover to your lighter working sets. Being explosive is a powerful skill you use to transfer to your lighter weights, which makes it far easier to do progressive overload with higher reps. This is also a form of progressive overload. Say you can start doing heavy sets with a weight you can do for 3 reps, and over time you build it up to 6 reps. Progressive overload have very much taken place, and then you can increase the weight a little bit and go back down to 3 reps. For a while it may be relatively easy after only adding 5 pounds, however this increase also ensures that in the next session you can much easier go up to 4 reps, and now why does this work? If you're benching 225 for 5 reps and you haven't touched a weight heavier than that, increasing that to 230 and then going back down to 3 ensures good, clean, explosive reps, and you can slowly add reps until you're back at 5 again. Then simply start the process over again at 235 for 3 reps. It sounds super simple, however the big challenge for many is not to go all out, and I admit this can be very difficult to hold back in such a manner. If you're leaving a lot of potential on the table, you will simply progress slower. Plus being strong is amazing and very useful outside of the gym as well. Using heavy weights will simply make you a more badass version of yourself and allow you to use the underlying potential for more growth. The increase in strength will carry over to lighter loads and makes you able to lift a heavier weight for the same 10 to 12 reps, which also increases your work capacity, which is a term for how much work you can tolerate. The higher work capacity you have, the more you can better tolerate heavy loads. When you can handle heavy loads better, you can recover faster, which means less chance of injury, which ultimately leads to more gains. Because staying pain and injury free will ultimately lead to being able to train all the time and not taking weeks or months off training from certain movements. If you hurt your shoulder, there'll be a lot of movements you cannot do at all. So staying injury free will prevent that from happening. Thus be able to train all the time and keep making progress rather than regress and having to start all the way over. Training in this way creates a positive cycle that reinforces both ends. You can either have periods where you do some strength sets or have them year round, mix them with lighter rep sets as well. My personal favorite is using both at the same time year round. This way you can improve both aspects at the same time, however it might be too much for some people. In another video I will show exactly how I use both heavy and light sets year round. As I find taking time where you only do one or the other, I find that to be wasteful, because if you only do heavy sets for a time, your work capacity goes down. If you only do light work, your skill and CNS ability to max recruit go down as well. Not everybody has the same joint strength as others, so you may not be able to do it year round. In that case, it would be far better to have 6 to 8 weeks, 2 to 3 times a year where you do heavy strength training. So sets of 3 to 5 for 6 to 8 weeks. Some folks may have to stop doing heavy loads after 4 to 5 weeks, which is perfectly fine. If that's what your body's telling you to do, then you need to do just that. After that period is over, you can do some moderate and light sets. For moderate sets, it will be 6 to 8 reps. This is still somewhat heavy-ish and will help you maintain some power and CNS from the heavy sets. This is best for most people, as going year-round can simply be too hard on the joints, and in the heavy period you should still have sets of lighter work to keep up the work capacity. Not only does this keep up your work capacity when doing heavy loads, it also causes growth in both muscle type fibers, which leads to maximal growth. Training very heavy can be too demanding to a lot of people, however just not on the joints. It can be mentally draining due to the focus and a bit of hype up needed. Going very heavy should be done on compound movements. Think squats, deadlift, bend row, shoulder press and bench press, as well as the other variations. Remember to also have high rep work that promotes work capacity and building the tendons, as well as giving your joints some work where heavy load isn't pressing down on them. With this, it's easy to see why you need to focus on heavy weights. However, remember that your form should still be in check when you're lifting heavy. Good form and technique above all. If you're new to the gym, there's no reason for you to go heavy yet. Give yourself a lot of time of practicing the form with lighter loads, so weight you can do for 10 to 12 reps. Remember, when going heavy, your form should still be the main focus. Good solid form under heavy loads prevents injuries from happening. And listen to your body. If your body says no heavy loading today or becoming too much, then step away from it. It's far better to back off from heavy loading too soon rather than too late, because if it was too late, then you have injured yourself. Thank you for watching. Lars in Conditioning, signing out. See you in the next video. I hope you have an awesome day.